Greetings, it's your girl Tenacity, and welcome to my world. Today we're just going to shoot out a little bit of information today about this virus. And I'm just going to title this thing, Sitting in a Storm. Learning how to sit is the first thing that you have to learn how to do. That's the quiet time. That's the time that a person does not want to rest with themselves. You know, anytime I find out when a person cannot sit to themselves, they don't understand themselves. They don't know how to deal with themselves. So their best attributes come out when they deal with others. But learning yourself is knowing God, knowing where His resting place resides, knowing how in tune you have to be with yourself in order to know God. So as this calm before the storm hits, because that's, things always come small and then they rush. You have to first ask yourself, how can I sit through my storm? I learned how to sit years ago when I talk about the quiet place, the hotel that I was sitting in for 3 years. Not being around my environment, not just being totally outside of my character and what I'd set for myself and my children. But that was a place that God rested in. And He told me only if I trust Him I could get out unscathed, and I did. I learned to trust Him, regardless of the storm that I was in. And basically, the storm that I was in, it was a storm in my mind. That storm in my mind that came when things occurred that they were out of my control, when I had to sit and wait for that next week of monies to roll in, and I had to just move on exactly what I had. Going in still silence, when that was a time that resonated where I felt abandoned, by the people that were close to me. I felt ostracized. This is what this virus is doing. It's creating holding places for God to say, let me find the ones that believe. How quiet and how still are you in this storm? Are you raging? Are you all over the place? Are you not finding a peace within yourself? Because the storm is here. The virus is out there. But the storm and the pandemic is here. How much are you going to learn to enjoy the beauty of you in the stillness and the quiet of your storm? How many things you can work on? How many ideals can you create? How many in the storm? You find out everything in the storm. Now, as I sit here, I ask myself, okay, what is the next project other than the one I'm doing now? What's the next step after this blows over? What country will you visit next? Prepare yourself. Because I understand sitting still, because that's when God is preparing you for the next phase of life. Right in your storm. But if you don't understand how to sit quiet, if you don't understand how to get through these times, then I'm here to tell you it's sitting right in the middle of your storm. What are you going to do in this season of this storm? Are you going to walk around and disregard curfews and feel that as though you are invincible? When God is saying, I need you to just really pay attention in the midst of this storm. When I sat in a room for those 3 years, and then going into Africa the way I did, not even knowing that, you know, you just don't get to walk around freely like you do here as a woman, especially a married woman. You have to be accompanied by your husband or the family. So sitting there taught me on the days that my husband worked is that I was going to be sitting there. So sitting in the midst of your storm is something that I guess he prepared me for. I wonder now, was this preparation for what I'm about to witness now? The pandemic is in your mind. The virus is out there. You can become a carrier of the virus, or you can sit still in your storm. Gather what you need. And please give through this storm. Don't gather so much off of the shelves of the grocery stores and your neighbor is needing something. No, we're not knocking on doors now. No, we're not doing a lot of contact. Even my business, it's very minimal right now. But, you know, that's one thing that I have to really thank God for, because in every step of this season, he has prepared a way for me. No, it might not be forever, but for right now. And what will I do with the right now? I urge people to learn themselves, to learn who God is, to pray heavily in this season. To pray heavily in this season. As the Thessalonians, pray without ceasing. Learn who you are. Learn discover you. All of it is found in the silence, in the stillness, in the quiet of your storm. I know people, we don't need no more preachers. No, we don't. But let me tell you what we're getting now. We're getting people who are willing to speak because of the storms that raged in their lives, who are willing to share that it was only God that brought them out, that they crossed continents and he brought them back safe. So when I say something, it's not based on me calling someone to find the answer. It's based on the answer lying within me. And I'm not ashamed. So in this storm, in this pandemic, calm yourself, calm your mind. I always turn people on now to the frequencies that I use. And I tell them they're not the answers for prayer. They don't substitute prayer. But with all of the distractions in the world, they calm you so that you know exactly what you're asking from your Creator. Get discipline in this day, in this time. Get discipline in this season. Know what your next step will be. But you can find it only in the storm that you're in now, if you take it full advantage of it. I always tell people, give till it hurts, love till you can't love no more. Don't worry about the disappointments in life because they come to make you strong. They're setting you up for the next level of the blessing that God has for you. So get still in your storm. Get quiet in your storm. Learn what your next move is through your storm. Because the silence in the storm is God speaking and letting you know that He has not forgotten you. That the blessings that He has for you still rest in His hand. But you can only find it as you sit silent in this storm, in this season. It's your girl, Tenacity. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. God bless this world. And God will bless America once more. Peace. Subscribe.